Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? Well, today I just want to discuss, as always, loving yourself. When you're in a relationship, when you're out of a relationship, when you're breaking up, when you're going through things, loving you is so important. And I want to talk about that because I see so many people out here who are looking for other people to fulfill them, to give them love, to make them feel good. Like, and if they don't have somebody in their life that's making them feel good, then they don't feel like they're human. They don't feel like they're purposeful. Your purpose comes from God. Your purpose doesn't come from man nor woman. So when you're out here loving on these women, loving on these men, you have to remember that they're not this it's not their job to fill you up with love. It's your job to fill you up with love. I mean, I've been in experiences in my life where I was that person. I was that person. That's why I talk about it all the time. I talk about love and yourself all the time. I talk about making sure make sure you love on yourself so that nobody else has to do it for you. The reason I talk about that a lot is because I've had so many different experiences with that where I would just go from being with somebody, happy, in love, things going well, and then in the next moment, if we break up, I needed someone else in order to make me feel good. And I didn't understand that I was supposed to be the one that was making me feel good in between. Relationships are meant to help us grow. So when you're in a relationship, you should always be learning. You should always be learning from the person you're with. You should always be learning from your mistakes. You should always be learning from their mistakes. You should always be learning from things that go wrong, arguments, discussions, when things don't go right. We should always be learning in a relationship. And I feel so passionate about this today because I see it in so many people around me. So many people around me are struggling with love. So many people are struggling because they're basically paying for love. I see people out here that are paying for love, men that I've been around. They're paying. They're basically saying, hey, you know what? If I give you this money, I expect for you to give me some sex in return, or I expected you to give me some time in return, because that's what us men starting to feel like. And I remember I used to feel like that too. I used to feel like that I had to give a woman a certain amount of money or do a certain amount of things in order for the woman to give me love or sex. But the reality of the situation with sex is sex works both ways. So maybe they should be giving us something too, not just sex, not just time, but commitment, a listening ear, an understanding ear. I I'm saying all this because I love my people. I love to see people do well, and I want to see all of us grow. I want to see all of us get better. And I want to help people from the mistakes that I have made in my life. You know what I mean? So that you don't have to make those same mistakes. Even if you do, you can come back here and you can look at these videos and they can help you get better. But I am here to tell you that humans, like, we are selfish, right? So when you're in a relationship and you're expecting somebody to fill you up, it's not going to happen. You might get a situation where somebody is willing to fill you up, but a lot of times if you're in a situation where you're doing, a person not going to say, hey, stop doing because I can't do it for you. They're going to keep taking, and what's going to happen is you're going to get frustrated because the more you give, the more you expect to receive. But that's not the way the world works. I mean, I know it's in the Bible. I know it said, you should do unto others as you should want others to do unto you. But that's not the way things go in the world because most people are just selfish. Most people are really just thinking about themselves. Most people are thinking about, hey, well, he keeps giving, I'm going to keep taking. It's not that They're mean. It's just human nature. So learn how to just give love. Learn how to just be expressive in your actions and the things that you do for a person. It's not always about money. Flowers are nice. Gifts are nice. But let's not go crazy. If you have it and you want to splurge, so be it. But if you don't have it, you need to be with somebody that is understanding that, hey, I'm not going to have it all the time. I remember being with women and, being so in love with them. I get paid on Friday and I'd be broke by probably Monday, Tuesday because I was trying to take them out every day, while also taking care of my responsibilities to take care of my kids. And I was also trying to buy them things and do things because I wanted them to love me more. And I thought the more things that I got from them and the more times I went out with them, the more that they would love me. But that wasn't true. I think they actually loved me less. I think some of them just took advantage because of the nice guy in me. I mean, some of the women I did that for even cheated on me. Yeah, they cheated. And I was, super nice. At least I feel like I was. Maybe I was lacking in some area, but maybe I think I was lacking in toughness. I was lacking in the area of saying no. Because sometimes when you say no, that actually gets you somewhere, which is weird. Like if you say no and you be like, nah, I'm not doing that. No, you're not getting that. People see, they like, oh, he has a backbone. But I was just trying, what I was always trying to do was I was just trying to be the person that I wanted. And I never got that. I was always giving, 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 giving. And they was always taking, 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 taking. It turned me into an angry man too. Because I had those same expectations that I'm telling you about. Like when I was giving, I was expecting something in return. I was expecting some love in return. I was expecting some sex in return. I was expecting, some time in return. I was expecting a whole lot, but I didn't get that. It's okay to love yourself. It is okay to tell somebody you're with no. Especially if working a 9 to 5 and you're trying to make it yourself and you're trying to build up for yourself so that you and this person could possibly get married. Everything ain't about going out every day because you shouldn't have to. Because she should probably cook every once in a while. I know it's the weekend. Sometimes weekend we don't want to cook. But just like you make the sacrifice to go and buy gifts, just like you make the sacrifice to go and buy purses, pocketbooks, whatever you want to call it, just like you make the sacrifice to buy earrings and go on dates and take up the check. And no, I'm so serious. If you take on that, they should actually take on to say, hey, you know what, baby, I'm gonna make you breakfast today. Hey, you know what, baby, on Tuesday I'm gonna bring you lunch to work. I'm gonna make your lunch, I'm gonna pack it and just come over here and pick it up. The little things. You gotta pay attention to those things. Because if a person is not making those sacrifices for you, you should not be not making sacrifices for them. Because as I said, I used to get paid on Friday and be broke by Tuesday because I was trying to make somebody else happy. I was trying to fill somebody else up. And then I would have to spend 2 or 3 days maybe borrowing or trying to figure out a way to get to and from work and find something to eat for work. Why? When I got a woman that I just took care of. I just basically looked out for her the whole weekend, but now I got to fend for myself. That's unfair. But I know life is. But all the things that I went through, all the cheating that I experienced, all the hurt that I experienced, all the things that I did for other people, they helped me to grow and become the man I am now. And when I say the man, I'm still growing. I'm still learning. But I know now that I can only do I can only do what I have, but I also have to think of me first. If it gets to now, let's say we run that same scenario again from back in the day when I get paid Friday. Oh, I got money next week. You know why? Because I've already planned ahead. I've already positioned myself. And you know what? I am not going to allow somebody to spend me out of my money, because I know at the end of the day, if you decide to walk away, I'm still going to need, and especially somebody who is not going to be there for me, somebody who's not going to give me, feed me and help me out. And when I'm going through a struggle or going through something, or maybe, hey, baby, this week I don't have it. And if somebody if they get an attitude, then so be it. I am more valuable than you. I might love you, but let me tell you, I am not going to let you take me away from me. And neither should you. Don't allow nobody to take you away from you. Always take care of you first, because nothing is good without you. You understand? So no matter what is happening in any relationship, no matter if you feel like if I don't do it, she might leave, or if I don't do it, she might not want to be. Oh, well, so be it. Because if because you can't go on a date or can't take them out to dinner one day or can't buy a purse or can't do something for them, and they decide to leave, then they ain't want to be with you anyway. And that's the reality. I see it. That's the way I see it. That's the reality of the situation. Like, if what I'm doing for you is going to determine whether you leave or stay, peace. Peace. I mean, because as my mom always told me, material things, they come and they go. And so do people. So value the ones you're with, but also, as I always say, you first. But I just came on to just have a little discussion about that because it was on my heart, it was on my mind. And I just want to say God bless. And I love y'all. Many blessings.